Chapter 7. How to meet up with customers safely and effectively. Set the stage. Why this chapter matters. I thought the hard part was getting the leads. Then I started meeting people. Let's get this out of the way. Most beginners think that the hard part is marketing, running ads, finding leads, or pricing phones. They're wrong. The real threat isn't what happens before the deal. It's what happens at the deal. Because if you mess up the meetup, three things can happen. One, you waste your time. Two, you lose money. Three, you put yourself in danger. This chapter is your insurance policy against all three. The hidden risk no one talks about. Meetups sound simple. You meet the person, you buy the phone, you leave. Easy, right? Except when they show up 30 minutes late, or the phone is locked and they swear it's just a glitch, or they want to meet in a sketchy parking lot at 10 p.m. You can't scale a business on chaos. And that's why what unstructured meetups are chaos in disguise. The myth that kills momentum. Most people treat meetups like a quick errand. They think, I'll just meet up real quick, check the phone, pay, and bounce. But here's what really happens when you don't have a system. You waste gas driving all over the place. You wait 20 plus minutes for people who don't show. You get stood up in Walmart parking lots. You make $100 but lose 2 hours of your life. That's not profit, that's punishment. The people who win in this game don't just get leads, they close them efficiently on their terms, safely and fast. Why this chapter exists. This chapter is your blueprint for systematizing the hardest part of flipping, the handoff. It will show you how to stay safe, avoid no-shows, buy more devices per hour, turn sellers into suppliers, take control of the entire process. You're not here to run errands. You're here to run a business. Let's build a system that makes that possible. The golden rule for safe meetups. One bad meetup can wipe out a week's worth of profits. You're meeting strangers with cash to buy expensive electronics. This isn't eBay. This is real world flipping. These rules aren't suggestions. They're what keep you in the business and out of danger. Rule 1. Never meet at your house. Not once, not ever. Not because they're cool, not because they're irregular, not because it's convenient. I learned this the hard way. When I first started, I had a seller I was doing deals with pretty regularly. Then one day, he just showed up at my apartment complex. I didn't even give him the address. He found it. That was one of the most awkward and unsettling moments I've had in this business. We didn't do business much longer after that, and I never made that mistake again. Your house should be never be tied to your business. It's not just a barrier. It's not just a boundary. It's a barrier of protection. Rule 2. Only meet in public, well-lit areas. Crowds, cameras, visible exits. You want to meet in places like Starbucks, Panera, inside a bank, carrier stores, or police station lots. Early in the business, I got robbed at gunpoint. I wasn't in a well-lit public place. That taught me more in 5 seconds than most people learn in 5 years. Since then, I've met hundreds of sellers, and you know what? Almost every weird situation I've had was during a nighttime meetup or in a sketchy area. The pattern is obvious. The rule is simple. Meet in public or don't meet at all. Rule 3. Avoid late night and isolated meetups. There's a saying, nothing good happens after midnight. In flipping, nothing good happens after 7 p.m. If the sun's down and the parking lot is empty, don't go. I've had so many nighttime meetups turn weird. Even the ones that didn't go bad still gave me a bad feeling. The energy's off, the people are off, it's just not worth the risk. You don't need to be a hero. You just need to be alive to flip another day. Rule number 4, bring the right amount of cash. You only need what the deal requires, nothing more. If the phone is $300, bring $300. Don't flash a fat stack of hundreds. Don't pull out $1,000 just in case. You're not a bank, you're a buyer. And if you're flashing cash, someone will take notice. Pro tip, break your cash into denominations so you don't pull out a full stack. You can also require digital payments. Rule number 5, trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. One time, I scheduled a meetup inside a Starbucks. I was already inside, waiting. The guy wouldn't come inside. I asked him multiple times, and he kept saying, come outside. I finally realized why. There was a police car parked outside. He didn't want to be anywhere near that. I canceled the deal immediately. Whether he was sketchy, had stolen phones, or planned to scam me, I don't know. But I do know this. I didn't get played. Your gut is undefeated. Listen to it. Rule 6, never get in their car. Let me make this clear. Getting in a seller's car is how resellers get robbed. There are countless stories in this space of people hopping into a car only to have a gun pulled on them. Don't let that be you. You can check the phone from outside the car. If they insist you get in, walk away. No deal is worth a news headline. Summary of the golden rules. Never meet at home. Meet in a public, safe places only. Avoid nighttime meetups. Carry just enough cash. Trust your gut every time. Never get in their car. These aren't just tips. These are the rules that keep you in the game. Because in this business, if you're not safe, you're out. How to choose the right meetup locations. Where you meet should never be random. It should be part of your system. You already know how critical it is to stay safe. Now it's time to make your location work for you. Because while safety is non-negotiable, so is structure. Most resellers waste time driving across town to accommodate every seller. They think they're being flexible. They think being flexible means they're being helpful. But the truth is, the person with the cash holds the power. And you're that person. Stop letting sellers control the location. When you're new, it's tempting to say, "Where do you want to meet?" That one sentence turns you into an errand runner. Instead, you need to set expectations. Buyers who scale fast don't wait on sellers. They train sellers to meet them. And the easiest way to do that is by choosing one or two go-to meetup spots and sticking to them. What makes a great meetup location? Your spot should meet these three criteria: public and safe, predictable and easy to find, convenient for you. Notice the last part. It's not about being convenient for them. It's about building a routine that you can repeat day after day, deal after deal. Recommended locations that work. These are proven, reliable places to handle meetups. Coffee shops, Starbucks, Panera, etc. Plenty of foot traffic, cameras, and casual atmosphere. You can sit down, inspect the phone, and finish the deal without pressure. Carrier stores, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. If you need to check whether a phone is blacklisted or financed, plus the store environment helps weed out shady sellers. Bank lobbies or near ATMs during business hours. Highly secure. If you're buying multiple devices or high-value items, this is the spot. Bonus, cash is already on hand if you need to make a change. Shopping centers or malls. Great for batch meetups. You can stand near a common area entrance and meet multiple sellers back to back. What to say when sellers ask for different locations. If someone asks, "Can you meet me at random location?" You respond with, "I'm doing all of my pickups at Starbucks today at 12 and 5. Can you make one of those?" This doesn't just make you look professional, it filters out time wasters. And if they truly want to sell, they'll come to you. Controlled flexibility. You're still in charge. Now let's be real. Life happens and you can be flexible, but it should always be on your terms. If you're at the gym, they can meet you in the lobby. At your kid's gymnastics class, they can swing by the parking lot. Running errands, pick a nearby coffee shop that fits your route. The key is this. Even when the location shifts, the dynamic doesn't. You never chase sellers. Sellers come to you. Because at the end of the day, you're holding the cash. You're solving their problem, and your time is valuable. Why this structure pays off. Choosing your location in advance and sticking to it does more than just save time. It builds leverage. Here's what it gives you. Faster, more consistent deals, less back and forth, higher show-up rate, a professional rhythm that sellers respect, a scalable routine you can eventually delegate. Over time, people will start asking, "Are you still meeting at the same place today?" That's when you know you've built a real system. Set fixed meetup times. The moment I stopped asking when they can meet and started telling them when I could, everything changed. Most resellers let sellers run their calendar. They drive all over town. They wait around for people who show up late or don't show up at all. They think they're being helpful. But what they're really doing is building their business around chaos. That was me early on. Until one night, I sat in a Starbucks parking lot waiting for someone who never came. It was 9 p.m. I had already driven across town. I was tired, and I wasn't getting paid. That was the moment my wife's earlier words hit me. Why don't you just do that thing Mike taught us back in Amway? Offer them 2 times and let them pick one. She was right. From that point forward, I adopted a structure and my flipping business changed forever. Offer 2 specific times per day. The scheduled meetup model starts here. You choose 2 pickup times per day, one in the middle of the day, one in the evening. For example, 12 p.m. and 5 p.m., 1 p.m. and 6 p.m., 11:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. These become your set windows. Anytime a seller wants to meet, you respond with, I'm doing pickups today at 12 and 5 at location. Either of those work for you. Simple, confident, non-negotiable. It instantly positions you as a serious buyer and filters out the people who aren't serious about selling. What if they can't make those times? This is where controlled flexibility comes in. I don't break my schedule to chase someone, but I also don't lose a deal if I don't have to. If a seller says they can't make it to your normal meetups, and I'm already out at the gym or my kid's gymnastics practice, I'll say, no problem. I'm at gym for the next hour if you want to swing by. Otherwise, I'll be back at Starbucks at 5 p.m. The key is they still come to me. I'm not driving to them. I'm not rearranging my day. I'm simply offering a window into my routine if they want to move fast. You can be flexible, but you're always in control. Why this works so well? One, it batches your meetups. Instead of running around for one deal, you knock out three in an hour. Two, it eliminates back and forth texts. No more, what time works best for you, guessing games. Three, it reduces no-shows. Sellers take it more seriously when you're not waiting just for them. Four, it gives your day back. You're no longer on a call from morning to night. What if they still push? If someone says, I can't make those times. Can you meet me at 8:30 tonight? You reply, those are my pickup windows for today. Let me know if anything changes. And you move on. If they're motivated, they will adjust. If they're not, you just avoided a time waster. Either way, you win. Bonus. What if you do have more time? Some people reading this right now might have wide open schedules, and that's okay. If you're just getting started, have a car, and time isn't a constraint, it might make sense to chase a deal if the numbers work. Aaron Goldstein, one of my most experienced phone flippers, one of the most experienced phone flippers I know, once told my students, if you're going to make more picking up that phone than you would from your job that hour, then it's worth going. That is solid advice, especially early on. But even Aaron still uses a simplified version of the scheduled meetup model. He almost always chooses the location closest to where he already is, stacks multiple pickups together, offers sellers specific windows, not random whenever works for you appointments. It's still structure, just adapted. So yes, in the early days, if it's a high profit deal, go get it. But always ask yourself, is this a one-time exception or am I setting a precedent I'll regret later? Bonus, using Uber for pickups. At the time of writing this book, Uber offers a courier option in many cities, and yes, it works. I've used Uber to have phones delivered directly to my house when I didn't want to leave or was busy with family. Here's how it works, how it typically works. The seller agrees to meet via Uber courier. You schedule the pickup through the app or with their address as the origin. The driver picks up the device and delivers it to your house. Once you inspect the phone, you send the seller payment via Zelle, Venmo, or another platform. It's not something you'll use every day, but for high value or bulk deals, especially when you're already doing volume, it can save hours. As this strategy becomes more common, I believe it'll be a core tool for series flippers running a lean at-home operation. Bottom line, setting fixed meetup times is your first real system. It brings order to your day, professionalism to your business, and freedom to your schedule. Whether you're locking it in at 12 and 5 meetups, inviting sellers to come to you while you're at the gym, or even experimenting with Uber pickups, this is how you take control. You're not chasing deals anymore. You're building a machine. Line up multiple sellers. The power move. The first time someone waited in line to sell me a phone, I felt like a real business owner. This is where your operation starts to feel real. No more chasing one seller at a time. No more killing an hour for a $60 profit. No more scrambling to fill your schedule. When you stack your pickups, 3, 4, even 5 sellers back to back at the same time and place, you start to feel like a serious buyer because you are. Confirm the meetup first. Before you build your lineup, you need to lock it in. A few hours before your scheduled time, say 12 p.m., message every seller you have slotted in. Use something like this. Hey, just confirming we're still good for 12 at Starbucks. Let me know when you're on your way. This one line does two things. One, it reminds them you're running on a schedule, not waiting around just for them. Two, it gives them a chance to flake before you waste time sitting around. If they If they confirm, great. If they ghost you, even better. You know to focus on the ones who are serious. This confirmation text is a filter. It clears out the noise so you can stack sellers with confidence. Stack the sellers back to back. Once you've confirmed multiple sellers for the same time slot, the game changes. You're no longer meeting someone at noon, then sitting around until 2 for the next one. You're turning your location into a mobile drop zone. Sellers walk in, hand you the device, and leave. 5 minutes later, the next one walks in. Clean, fast, efficient. And best of all, it's repeatable. Real life example. You schedule 3 sellers for 12 p.m. at your go-to Starbucks. You show up a few minutes early and grab a table. Seller 1 walks in. You inspect their phone, pay them. They're out in 5 minutes. Seller number 2 walks in right as you finish. Seller number 3 texts, just parking. No waiting, no backtracking, no wasted motion. This is what a professional buyer looks like in action. Why lineups work so well. Here's what happens when you build lineups instead of one-off deals. You compress time. 3 deals in 1 hour instead of 3 hours. You eliminate downtime. If one person flakes, someone else is already on the way. You start thinking like a business, your schedule, your system, your structure. You attract better sellers. Serious sellers are drawn to serious buyers. What to say to stack the lineup? You don't need to overthink it. If you've already confirmed one seller, just tell the next. I'll be at Starbucks at 12 picking up a few other devices. Can you swing by then? That subtle line builds social proof. It lets them know they're not the only deal today. And it makes you look more legit because you are. Sellers are more likely to show up when they know others are showing up too. What if 2 people show up at the same time? That's actually the best case scenario. It signals to both sellers that you're in demand and people will wait their turn. Just say, give me 2 minutes and I'll be right with you. No one minds waiting when they know they're dealing with someone who moves product. This isn't just about making money, it's about building presence. Bonus tip, prioritize by value. If someone brings in multiple devices or a high ticket item, handle that one first. But move fast. Each transaction can take less than 5 minutes. Greet the seller, get the phone, check IMEI, iCloud, battery condition, count cash, say thank you, done. This keeps the lineup moving and your time protected. When the sellers wait in line to sell you a phone, your confidence shifts. You're no longer just flipping phones, you're running a machine. The day you line up 3 sellers in 1 hour is the day this stops feeling like a side hustle and starts feeling like a business. That's the moment you stop chasing deals and realize you are the deal. Create a repeatable buying process. A smooth meetup isn't just about checking the device, it's about setting the tone, building trust, and closing clean. Every seller interaction is a chance to separate yourself from the amateurs. You want the process to be quick but not rushed. Professional but not robotic. This is your 5 minute window to show the seller they're dealing with someone who's been here before, someone they can trust, someone worth selling to again. Let's break it down. Number 1, greet with confidence and energy. Firm handshake, genuine compliment. Keep it natural, but set the tone right away. It could be, hey, thanks for being on time. Makes my life way easier. Nice hoodie. I love that brand. Appreciate you meeting here. Let's take a look. It tells them this isn't your first time and they're in good hands. 2, start the conversation while you inspect. The goal isn't to be cold, it's to be conversational while you're at work. Ask, so, is this an extra device or did you just upgrade? Got the day off today or just squeezing this in on a break? Do you sell stuff often or just clearing out space? This builds trust while keeping things efficient. You're doing what most people don't, connecting and closing at the same time. 3, ask for the phone without asking, or device without asking. You don't need to say, can I see the phone? Just hold out your hand and say, is that the device? Let me take a quick look. It shows you're in control of the process and do this often. 4, run your device checks. Quick, clean, no hesitation. iCloud, Google account signed out, MDM lock, carrier financed or unlocked, cracks, scratches, dents, functionality, buttons, camera, mic, speaker, battery health, settings, battery health, storage size plus carrier, whatever, settings, general about. If anything is off, make your decision fast. Don't drag it out. 5, have them sign out and reset. Have them sign out of their iCloud or Google account, factory reset the device, settings, general, transfer, or reset iPhone. This clears the lock and protects you on resale. 6. Fill out the bill of sale. Use a simple form, digital or printed, capture full name, phone number, email, signature, device info, model, IMEI, and condition. This adds legitimacy. You look like someone running a real business, not just flipping stuff on the side. Ask for ID, pay cash, and recount in front of them. Briefly glance at their license if needed, or take a photo for the bill of sale. Count the cash in front of them or pay digitally. Hand it over clean. No fumbling, no last minute changes. You should already know your price before you arrived. Give them 3 business cards. Don't hand them 1, hand them 3. Say, if you or anyone you know has more phones or electronics to sell, just shoot me a message. You just planted a referral seed. You're turning a one-time seller into a potential connector. 9. Take a selfie if it feels right. If the vibe is good, ask, mind if we grab a quick selfie? I like to show people I'm out here doing real deals. People usually say yes. It's social proof. You're building your brand with every deal, even if you've never posted it. Even if you never post it, it builds some sense of connection and trust. 10. Ask for a review while they're still sitting there. This is the most overlooked power move in the game. Right after the selfie or even before they leave, hey, would you mind dropping a quick review while we're here? It helps me build trust with other people looking to sell and helps me stay above those pesky eco ATMs. Most people will do it. Some will even ask, what do I say? Help them out. Give them a quick sentence like great communication, fast pickup, paid cash for my iPhone, would definitely sell again. Using dictation to have them say exactly what they thought is also a great way to get an awesome review with their own words. They hit submit. You just built your brand with zero extra effort, and you did it while sitting at a table. You don't have to rush. You don't have to overtalk. You just need rhythm. Be friendly, be confident, be efficient. Your meetup flow should feel like second nature because the smoother you are, the more repeat business you'll get. This is how you stop being just another buyer and start becoming the one people trust. Turn one-time sellers into repeat customers. The easiest person to buy from tomorrow is the one you just paid today. Most resellers treat every deal like it's a one-time interaction. They shake hands, take the device, and never follow up. That's a mistake because the real money doesn't come from new leads every day. It comes from building a small army of people who keep coming back to sell you more. These are your personal suppliers. They don't flake, they don't waste time, they just sell again and again. And building this type of seller base isn't complicated. You just have to do what most people don't. Step 1, give them a reason to remember you. At the end of the meetup, don't just say thanks and walk away. Instead, hand them 3 business cards, not 1. Say, hey, I buy all kinds of electronics, phones, tablets, smartwatches, you name it. If you ever find anything else or know someone who wants to sell, shoot me a message. Now, you're not just a buyer, you're a resource. And if you handled the meetup like a pro, which you did, they're way more likely to think of you next time. Step 2, offer a referral bonus. This is one of the most underutilized tools in the flipping game. Here's the simple script. If you refer someone and they sell me a device, I'll shoot you $10 to $20 for the connection. It's easy money for them and it's automatic lead gen for you. They tell one person, that person sells to you, you close the deal and send them the bonus. They'll do it again. This is how your buyback business starts to grow without ads and without cold outreach. Step 3, follow up like a professional. A few weeks after the deal, send a quick, no pressure message. Hey, just checking in. Have anything else to sell? It's simple, short, and respectful. Even if they don't reply, you've kept yourself top of mind. Many will respond with, not right now, but I'll keep you in mind. And guess what? They usually do. Step 4, use their name, build a relationship. This isn't a giant email list. You're not blasting out cold messages. You're building real one-on-one relationships. Use their name, reference the last deal. Hey, Alex, appreciate the iPhone you sold me a few weeks ago. If you run into anything else, I'll be around. Now it's personal. They feel like they're working with someone they know, not just a random person on Facebook. Step 5, become their go-to buyer. The goal is to become the first person they think of when their cousin cracks their phone, their coworker upgrades, they find a random old device in a drawer. You want to become their phone guy, the one who always buys, the one who always pays, the one who they always trust. You do that by showing up professionally, paying quickly, following up occasionally, giving them a reason to come back. It's simple, but it works. Play the long game. The scheduled meetup model gets you more deals with less time. The repeat customer strategy takes it even further because now you're not chasing strangers, you're building a network, and networks scale. A few repeat sellers can keep your business alive. A dozen can make you dangerous. 100 can make you rich. This is how you stop flipping for fast cash and start stacking consistent profit. Final takeaways. Meetups make or break the business. You can have the best ads, the best prices, and all the leads in the world, but if you can't close in person, you don't have a business. This chapter wasn't just about safety. It wasn't just about being efficient. It was about building infrastructure, something most flippers never take seriously. You just learned how to stay safe without overthinking it, control your time with the scheduled meetup model, eliminate flakes through confirmation and structure, stack deals in back-to-back windows, buy like a pro with fast, friendly, repeatable process, build a brand during each meetup, turn strangers into repeat customers and referral machines. That's how you scale, not by working harder, not by chasing people, but by creating a system sellers want to step into. You're not a hustler. You're a buyer with a system. Most people who flip phones are stuck in survival mode. No structure, no schedule, no plan. This chapter gave you the exact playbook I still use today to meet sellers, buy fast, stay safe, and build a real business out of thin air. If you follow it and stay consistent, you'll start to feel it too. Less wasted time, higher show up rate, more deals in fewer hours, stronger connections with sellers, and best of all, scalable, consistent profit. What's next? Now that you've mastered how to meet up like a pro, it's time to focus on what comes after the deal. Building long-term deal flow, scaling with systems, and eventually building a team to run this for you. Let's keep going. What to do? Don't skip this. If you made it this far, you've got something most people don't. You finish what you start. And that's exactly why this next step is only for you. I put together a step-by-step video that shows you exactly how to put all this info into action fast. You can scan the QR code or go to buybackrevolution.com/chapter-7. This isn't fluff. It's me opening up my screen and walking through exactly what to do. Clicks, messages, offers, and all. If you've ever thought, I get it, but I need to see it done. I don't want to screw this up. I just want someone to show me how to start. Then this is your next move. You don't need another course. You don't need more motivation. You need to watch what works and copy it. See you inside. Let's get that deal.